Okay, it's me again, Rockland. I am the instructor of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program at Tri-C Metro Campus, and this video is to help you with your submission on a discussion board post. And if you already watched the homework submission video, this one's going to be different because this one is essentially a discussion. This one here, with this assignment, is you are going to be essentially sharing the floor with other classmates, or your classmates in this course. All right, so you get a chance to converse with your peers, right? So, and we do this a lot in physical therapy as an assistant. I'm not only just talking to other assistants, I'm also talking to physical therapists, occupational therapists, nursing. We're all a interdisciplinary professional team, and we do collaborate. So, this is a great way to see what others are saying about some things, all right? And we get to learn more about each other. Okay. Okay, so if you didn't get a chance to look at the first video, well, this video here is going to cover a little bit of the same beginning part. So when you log into your Tri-C space, right, we're going to use Brightspace LMS, our learning management system. This is the new learning management system that we're using in place of Blackboard. So if you click on Blackboard and you look for this course and you don't see anything in there, well, that's because we're not using it. I am using Brightspace. Okay, so you're going to want to click on that link, and I don't necessarily need to click on it and open up another tab. Okay, so when I go into my Brightspace, it's going to bring me to, I'm going to have to select Intro to Patient Care, PTAT 1000, and I'm going to look for my week one content. Okay, and to find your discussion board post assignment, you're going to want to click on this laboratory folder here. Okay, and you'll see that there are numbers associated with that. So the more tasks you complete, obviously that number is going to decrease until you get a check mark. Okay. All right. So if you still see that, if you don't have any check marks, you need to go back and see what you're missing. All right. So in your laboratory, you're going to see your checklist, the lab handout. There's some training videos on bloodborne pathogens, and then you'll see a homework involved video. There is a homework involved video assignment. There is a video that's attached to that. Okay, we're looking for a discussion board, and looks like this week's topic is going to be on personal patient experience. All right, let's look more about that. Click on that, and there it is. Okay, so it's going to bring you to this page here where this is your topic, and it's going to have threads, post, and last post. So essentially, you'll see there'll be some numbers or anything. Obviously, there's nothing here because no one's in this course right now, right? So nothing's happening. All right. So how do I go in and submit my assignment? Well, before we do that, you have to post first. So you're not going to be able to see anybody's personal patient experience until you make a post first. So meaning that you're going to have to type your post, and then you can see somebody else's post. You want to make sure that you put your post out in a good amount of time. You got to respect others' times, or respect each other's time, right? So you don't want to make your post the day that it's due, because we want one of your classmates to be able to comment on your discussion board post. So if this discussion board post is due on Thursday, you'll see down here by 11:59, and you decide to do all your discussion board on that day. Well, that's not going to give everybody enough time to respond to your post, nor is it going to, again, it's not necessarily conducive for what we call a collegial discussion, right? So you have to you have to post your initial post by Monday at 11:59. Okay, so you have up until before midnight to put your initial discussion post, meaning that I'm going to share my personal patient experience. I want to have it up by Monday at 11:59. You have to respond to two of your peers' posts by Thursday, right? So you have up until Thursday before midnight to respond to your peers' post. Okay. I would probably say the main focus here is to get your initial post done by Monday at 11:59, and then that way you leave your classmates, your peers, a few days to be able to comment on your post. Okay. All right. So you have to make sure that you answer all stimulus questions. Okay. So here's one and here's two. And then here's another one on three. Okay. So you have to make sure you cover all of this information in your personal patient experience. Okay. Feel free to share, right? So, we'll talk more about this in class. Okay. So I'm gonna click on this link. Let's say I have a post ready. All right, I have a personal patient experience, and you'll see it'll bring you to the same thing. It's a little bit bigger, okay? And you're gonna want to click on your discussion board grading rubric. You want to be in the habit of looking at your rubric so that you are aware and you understand what the instructor is going to be grading you on and how the points get broken down, right? This is for your benefit. This is for you to always be in the know. So therefore, if you have questions about, hey, I missed something here and I didn't really get a good clarification on why I missed it, well, it's there's the rubric right over there. Okay. Now again, we're not going to just refer you, hey, look at the rubric. We're going to sit down, we're going to chat. But the rubric again is for your benefit. That's for you so that you know how you need to address this assignment. Okay. Again, when I was a student, I like to have a split screen, and if the capability to do a split screen, that's great. If not, it's totally fine. Okay. So I have my discussion board grading rubric here. The big part here is you want to make sure that to meet proficiency in your discussion board assignment, excuse me, you need to have full sentences, no grammatical errors, and that your post has to be more than 250 words. If it's less than 250 words, then you are going to miss points. Okay. So again, with this discussion board post here, it is going to be very, very tough for you to not get to 250 words, right? So again, we're not trying to give you a whole bunch of stuff, in terms of it has to be this immaculate piece. Share your personal experience. You're going to be doing this with your patients. You're going to build rapport with your patients, right? So you want to essentially start working and practicing that with your classmates, right? And it's a way for us to connect with each other, right? So we have a healing, therapeutic touch and voice when we are working with our patients. So I want you to understand that, okay? um, Again, uh, in this course here, I will talk more about the use of AI tools, but again, Grammarly would be accepted to help with you with your grammar and your spelling error. Okay, so Grammarly would be okay, but the use of ChatGPT to generate a response to a discussion board assignment is not going to be acceptable. It's not going to be accepted in this class. It will be indicated always whether the use of ChatGPT and how we're going to use it. But for these assignments, it is not going to be utilized in this class. Only Grammarly. If there's another type of grammatical tool, you need to make sure I'm aware that that's being utilized. Otherwise, it's going to pop up in our AI tracker. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with that. Okay, that's the discussion board grading rubric. So you have to start a new thread. So you click on that to start a new thread, and then there it is. Okay, you have essentially like something like you would use for excuse me, like for your Word document. Okay, so enter a subject. This is, I would just put Rockland's personal patient experience. Now you can use whatever title you want, but I'm just trying to just save time here. Okay, and this is where you would type your personal patient experience. Okay. Make sure you use that, share it, right? So start your initial post by sharing personal patient experience when you are someone, okay, and then you're, look at the communication of the clinician, all right. Um, so yes, and if there's any questions about submission, or if I can I use, is it okay for me to type it on Microsoft Word and everything like that? Always email me. I'm always open for, if you email me, I am more than happy to answer any questions that I can. I really want you to have the rubric, understand where the rubric is, so that you understand how the points are being broken down. If you miss something, you know where you need to go. Because I'm going to leave you feedback and we use discussion board posts in the program, and I will leave feedback to to you all in terms of how you need to improve or what I thought was good and some things that like, hey, I never knew about this. This is actually good information, right? So you'll get feedback, and I'm looking for you to take my feedback and utilize it to improve your responses. Okay. The last thing before I log off here is, again, your rubric is also contained in your syllabus. So if for whatever reason, whatever mode that you choose, you want to use it that's available to you over here, or you just want to use this here, it's the same. It's the same information, right? So I just basically put this information here onto your syllabus. So therefore, what we're looking at, how we're grading you on this assignment here. Okay. So again, I want you to get the maximum amount of points if possible, right? I want you to be aware of how we're grading you. Okay. And that is it. So I look forward to working with you all, and let's bring some good energy in every week for the discussion board posts and the assignments. And I look forward to you all learning more about each other and about this class. Alrighty.